We expect a crowd in the region of some 28,000 for tonight's game. Mamelodi Sundowns with that win in their last game against Mpumalanga Black Aces. Before that, they lost in Durban against Arrows, but 3 victories in their last 5 matches. Orlando Pirates are unbeaten side against Japan. Has done his World Cup chances no harm at all in recent encounters. He'll be hoping to be in the squad for June next year. Charles Theron taking charge. No-nonsense referee who will certainly be keeping a close eye on any shenanigans out on the park there. So, Orlando Pirates in the traditional black, getting us underway here. They'll be attacking the goal to the right-hand side against the Brazilians. And Yeza. Here is Impela with support from Mokoena up against his former team for the first time and looking against it. Here's Kamwendo, the Malawian international, who's got a big role tonight with the absence of key players like Modise and Mhlongo. I think you see Ntombeni pushing forward as well. Now the chase is on up front for Pella again, and out comes Josephs and cluttered into by his national team teammate. The whistle has sounded.
Says it all. The Zimbabwean going down the Malawian stands.
Now Pella. Teasing away to find an opening. Now a little bit of support down the flank. In fact, it is a goal for the defender Mungomeni.
This is the brilliance of having certain players being able to do certain things in certain areas. It's a set piece. The players with aerial power moves into the box. But I think it's the flick on the other side by the other defender, Siyanda Kulu, who pulled it across the face-out goal to find Mngomeni. Now,
unmarked as well, and the dive to put it into the back of the net.
Was it Siyanda? Oh, it's a brilliant goal.
It's only the second he's ever scored, Mungomeni. The first was against Morocco Swallows 2 seasons ago. Bright start here for the hosts.
You can't, of course, blame the goalkeeper, Malik Jizi, who I thought was let down by the defenders there. You can't afford to have 3 men heading the ball inside the 6 yards area.
So Sundowns 1, Pirates 0. The first goal that Sundowns have scored in the last 3 seasons against the Buccaneers. And it will set this game up nicely in the open
inside, and at the number suddenly is through. It's clear.
And TV dinners. Stadium. He's got the best 2 goals of the season so far.
In fact, it was against Chiefs.
Was it against Chiefs? That's right. Great ball through from Patterson. The post. Goal kick it will be.
The one time.
Pirates feel somewhat aggrieved that they should have got a free kick.
I agree 100%. Palembe, the way he came in, used his shoulder and just about everything to push Dihang Mabalane off the ball. But the strike, holy moly. Now, look at this. That's obstruction. But of course, what it proves is that as small as he might look, Palembe, but he's very
approaching half-time, and here is lots of space for Impela. Back to Dominguez, who wasn't expecting the pass. Patterson. Again cut out, and again Mwamutsa getting a vital interception.
I think it was the wrong option altogether compared to try and play that shot. That's where the play was congested. You want to try and change it to the other side where there's quite a bit of space.
Masheko. Also great pace about the Pirates build-up, and of course plenty of opportunity for Sundowns to get players back behind the ball. Kamwendo. Ogala. Now Masheko again. Shot from Mongala. It's blocked in that defence. Away goes Dominguez, looking to set Mpela away. Up against Lekwati. Unable to keep that in play.
The one thing about Mpela is he's always been prepared to make runs and get to the end of the box. He's really putting the pressure into the Pirates' defence, and he's always running to the wider position, like willing to bestly receive the ball.
Of the game so far, early on as well, from a set-piece situation. Orlando Pirates defence went walkabout on that occasion, and Ruud Krol will have some work to do in the break to try and get his side back into this game. They haven't really created any clear-cut chance as we go into half-time. Sundowns 1, Pirates 0.
Generations, a team with many different mother tongues and backgrounds, but a team that celebrates its difference, its diversity, and which has used it as a powerful force for success.
This broadcast is proudly brought to you by Checkers and FNB.
The Williams sisters. Never before has a surname rang so synonymously with the sport of tennis. Dominating the game for over 3 decades, winning every title imaginable. Few players will ever achieve the heights.
So welcome back everyone here to the Attridgeville Stadium. Mamelodi Sundowns the host tonight. Orlando Pirates the visitors. It's 1 to the good for the Brazilians. Mungomeni with that early header beating Monique Josephs and giving a perfect start to the home side. Sundowns still with more wins on the road than they have had at home so far this season. 4 away victories in the league campaign, looking for only their 4th at home tonight. As Charles Theron just counts the numbers, waiting to get the second half underway. Sundowns will be attacking the goal to the right-hand side. Mpela and Kanyeza, the 2 key men up front, of course. Patterson and Nyandoro, who've been running the midfield so far in tonight's game. No changes, by the way, at the half-time break, although Ruud Krol might have been tempted to beef up the midfield. He's got defensive midfielder in the form of Lungisi Ndluli, formerly known as Gumbi, might be an option off the bench just for a little more muscle in the midfield, in which Nyandoro and Patterson certainly have dominated. The Pirates are coming into this game with a rather large injury crisis. No Teko Modise, no Benson and Plongo, of course. The likes of Dennis Messina as well on the injury list for tonight's game. And as a result, not too many players to choose from.
But for me, I'll look at him maybe bringing Skalkvik, who's more offensive. I think that's what they need going forward. The numbers up front are very thin. That's why they've not been able to create much trouble.
Kamwendo now. combination with the youngster Tombeni, only his second game, making his debut on Saturday night against Ajax Cape Town. Now Jali, he's certainly one of the finds of the season. Buyane, taken away by Patterson.
Look at that interception once more. It was a forced error because of pressure created by Sundowns. The Pirates are forced to rush the pass and easily intercepted.
Just 3 goals so far this season for Buyane. It's a return that he won't be happy with, given his high standards set during his first campaign in the black shirt of Orlando Pirates last season. Now Jali, nice little turn from Masheko, onside here, chance for the equaliser. It's gone over the top. Disappointing finish, the flag stayed down, William Shongwe.
Tell you something, I mentioned Behang playing a little too wide, suddenly he's touching to the inside. Look at what's happening now, he's getting more involved. Nice touch, obviously from Masheko. He just needed to be a bit more composed, pick a spot. At that range you don't need to take a shot.
Just 1 goal so far this season for Mamelodi in a Pirate shirt. That came against Black Aces in September, so a little rusty in front of goal, and it showed there.
Much better from Orlando Pirates. I can see they're looking for that equalizer. I'm sure the instructions were clear from the coach at half time.
Not more on the overlap. Now the left-footed cross. Back post, Mongalo looked particularly disinterested. Brian Baloy at full stretch though, collected.
That's my problem. If the ball is coming from the left or wide channel on the right-hand side, the wide left player must tuck into the inside. That just should have been Peña's ball. At least, even if you're not going to get there, give problems to the goalkeeper.
Little slip allows Pirates. Now Jali. Nice little turn. 3 players ahead of him. And he always looks so promising on the ball, Jali. His last touch in tonight's game has been somewhat disappointing.
But going to be played over the defense. At least be on the edge of the line from the defenders.
Foul on Tombeni committed by Dominguez. Opportunity here for Lekwati to get the ball forward. Mabutsa. Jere. It's over the head of Buyane.
It'll be interesting to look at the possession stats, completely in favor of Orlando Pirates. The Sundowns have been made even 1 attempted goal. No shoot. Did they advance into this attacking half?
So as it stands now, Mamelodi Sundowns up into 4th place in the standings. They started tonight in 5th. Orlando Pirates will drop down 1 place. Still plenty to play for in this really enticing encounter. You can see it from the size of the crowd here tonight at the Super Stadium at Attenborough. One of the real classics of the season. Eagerly anticipated over the last couple of days, although the matches really are coming thick and fast. Here's Mongala now. Burst of pace from the young man from Botswana. Can he get the left-footed cross? That's a nice little interception from Mungomeni. It's becoming a bit of a man-of-the-match performance from the fullback. He's made some vital interceptions, and of course he's got the goal that separates these 2 teams.
But of course, from Peña, look at him suddenly now. Again, he's coming from a narrow position instead of the wide one. Very effective, uses his pace to his advantage, almost catching the central defender of Sundowns.
Mamelodi to take it. And Pirates have moved Mamutsa and Jele amongst the defenders. Buyane gets the header. Here that the lights have gone off at Loftus Versfeld, where Kaiser Chiefs are playing Supersport United. World Cup draws just a week away, William. Not the best advertisement for the infrastructure that will be used next year. We've had a couple of incidents over the last few weeks at Orlando in particular.
But also in that Hartfield area, in fact twice already has happened with the first division game between Tuks University and the other teams. The lights have gone off in 2 occasions.
Kanyeza now through the legs, chance here at the back post! Great save from Josephs. Fabulous goalkeeping. And Mokoena inches away from scoring against his old side.
an identical goal that he scored over the weekend. Mokoena coming from the wide position, again playing narrow. As I mentioned, this is becoming the strength now of the wide players of Sundowns. Ball squeezed through, Mabudi misses. At hand is Mokoena, a brilliant goalkeeping, one-hand save. That's brilliant.
Look at the reaction of Mokoena. He would have loved to have scored against the side that let him go at the end of last season. Free transfer to Mamelodi Sundowns. Well, he might still get an opportunity, but that was a glorious chance, and what a great save from Monique Josephs. He's done his chances in the last couple of matches with the #1 jersey at the World Cup. No harm at all, with some sparkling performances in goal for Orlando Pirates. Remaining to take the free kick. Pace tonight has been fairly relentless. It's been a warm day. We'll suck the energy of the players out on the park here. The field is also nice and smooth, allowing for some real flowing football, so it just increases the pace of the game. These players will have been involved at the weekend with some tight tussles as well. An advantage in a sense for Orlando Pirates, who would have had 24 hours rest. They played Saturday night ahead of Sundowns, who were in action on Sunday in Witbank.
24 hours difference. As major in the game of football, when you talk about recovery, certainly it will have given on Pirates. And that's why I think as the game progresses, they're getting stronger and stronger. Unlike Sundowns, I think they're going a bit flat. Yes, they've created the more positive chances.
Actually, on reflection, it was a little less time because, of course, Pirates are playing a night game, so more in the region of 15, 16 hours rest, but still enough to make an impact.
Even better because they played a night game, which is not too absorbing, unlike Sundowns, who played in the afternoon.
The heat, which was energy sapping, particularly in Mpumalanga, where this time of the year the sun is relentless. Mere gets the free kick. Yeza is the culprit on this occasion. It will be a free kick in favour of Orlando Pirates. So this is the chances or the possibilities off the bench then for Coach Kroll. You've mentioned Skolkwyk already. There's Mabena, a wide player who might have an opportunity as well. He did come on as a late sub in the game on Saturday night, but there's not so much in the attacking department besides Skolkwyk, would you say, William?
Yes, certainly. If you look at where their problems are right now, I think they would like to get a goal back, and you need a bit more attacking. Unfortunately, in as far as strikers, not enough.
Santos in the mix as far as the second place after tonight's game is concerned. Peñeza will settle for the throw-in. Dominguez. Julia, the defender. Patterson back to Mayinga. Trying to tease his way past Tombeni. Mere. Doro. Should be taken away by Tombeni, only as far as Mere. Taylor. Dominguez. Free kick against Jele. Nice bit of skill there from Dominguez, just adding to the torment of Orlando Pirates.
I'm telling you, coming from the two wingers has been exciting. Mokoena not so long ago here, he was basically just tearing it apart.
Window going off, and Umdluli, previously known as Mlungisi Gumbi, coming on.
Of course, I must say that you got one up. As you mentioned, that he might be the one that will possibly come in, and I take it. But Stalbeck is on the way. I'm sure it will end 1-1 between me and you.
Just going to give him a bit more bite in the middle, Umdluli, given the Sundowns with Nandoro and Patterson really controlling that centre midfield, much stronger physically than Kamwendo possibly was.
But for me, is what do you need at this stage? To defend or to go forward? You need to go forward, you're one down. And you've got a player that can give you quite a bit of that. Because at this stage, Sundowns are not dominant. It is Pirates, if anything, that is on the up.
So now we're gone here, and the Pirates with the better of the possession, but still trailing by a goal to nil. This is Jele, who will find Mahmutsa. Up in the air from Patterson. Jale, and the first touch here for Nduli. Jale now. Gomeni left his foot out there, free kick it'll be, and the ref, I fancy, might have a yellow card in mind here.
He seemed to be hesitant initially to even draw the whistle for that far.
Well, he was maybe looking at playing a little advantage there.
Great runner by Jali. Oh, he didn't touch it.
Contact at all. Well, it worked. Well, maybe that's why he hesitated. He wasn't sure there was any contact. Then he thought, wow, it looked fairly spectacular. Make that Jali 1, referee 0. That was a great con.
A complete dummy. A complete one, and the ref didn't even wait for a change.
The country continue. There's an equaliser as Morocco Swallows have scored against Black Aces with Pico Alves, the Brazilian. And Khadebe has a goal as Amazulu take the lead against Platinum Stars. Amazulu won at Wits on Friday night, looking for another 3 points to haul themselves out of relegation. Now in the second half, here's Mpela. Patterson. Mutsa challenging Mokoena there, and they're really getting upset, Christo Stoichkov, with the fact that he's not being protected.
Not at all. You know what? Mr. Turan today has not been in the game. I just want to put it straightforward. Even first half, he missed quite a number of, for me, key fouls that should have counted. And this one was even more deliberate from Mahamuti. Far away from the ball, at Mokoena off the ground.
Kanyeza. Now Masheko. Mangala. Foul now by Mere, and he's going to get a yellow card. the ball away. Jali looks for Mamelodi, and again the service is just a little bit slow from the Buccaneers. Tonight's game, it is likely Mokoena or Kanyeza would be sacrificed. Kanyeza will indeed be the man. He was getting a little bit of a rollicking from the crowd. He'll take his time as well about leaving the pitch.
And of course, what you notice, for the most part in this second half, he was getting on the wrong end of the referee's decision, as he was getting a little frustrated, holding and pushing and all that. So I'm sure that's why the coach decided to pull him out. But for Vilakazi, you know what he does. At this stage, he will play as the number 10, just behind Mpela. Perfect position.
Nafi Dyer couldn't get the ball to work there, so the substitution happens anyway. Common sense prevails. Now, here comes Patterson. Well, he still keeps the ball, and he's set up. Vilakazi, little touch here. Dominguez needs it on the right foot, and it will go for a corner. This is the challenge with Patterson being tugged down from the neck, but referee allowed play to continue here. And Vilakazi just lost his footing. A lovely little idea there to find Dominguez. So corner kick here for Sundowns. Vilakazi getting a little warning from referee Taron. Patterson. Mungomeni at the back post. Now, is Mokoena going to be able to deliver? Good strong challenge from Lucky Lekwati. Jabulani Maluleke has scored. SuperSport United 2, Kaizer Chiefs 0. Well, they're going to be hard to stop now. There was actually a board amongst the fans, which I saw at half-time, which said, please, Chiefs, do us a favour and rob SuperSport, were the words. But this is how the log looks if the games were to end now. Santos leading, of course, at Celtic, so they will go second. SuperSport will have a 6-point gap at the top, but look at the gap over Sundowns and Pirates. That's more of concern to the likes of Ruud Krol and Hristo Stoichkov.
The days of having other teams doing you favors in football are gone.
Yes, ask Liverpool about that last night. Now, here's Dominguez. Interesting thing about that log as well, William. No Kaizer Chiefs to be seen in the top 6. Disappointing for their big legion of fans. The Chiefs SuperSport game live, of course, on your World of Champions tonight on our triple header. We've also got the action from Cesar Ramabodu in Bloemfontein. Celtic North Santos 1 at the moment. Those of you with itchy fingers on the remote control. Of course, it's difficult though to take your eyes off this encounter. Those Chiefs fans have obviously heard the news. You wonder why they're here though, William. I mean, Loftus Versfeld is just down the road. Well, maybe the traffic was a bit hectic.
Maybe they had a feeling that it wasn't going to.
I think that's probably closer to the truth. Maybe their Sundown shirts are in the wash. William. Orlando Pirates are going to make their third and final change tonight. We'll see momentarily who's coming on.
Mabena.
Now, back post chance! He scored against his old side! Benedict Vilakazi! And Sundowns are on their way to a full haul of points.
That's the strength of Benedict Vilakazi. He knows when to make that run into the area. I mentioned that he's playing as a second striker. He plays that rotational movement just behind there. When the top striker goes wide, he tucks into the inside. A perfect header. Look at him, he's pressed the ball wide. Now suddenly turns around to make a run to the far side. And unmarked, he just knocks the ball into an empty net. That's movement on his part.
Great goal for Orlando Pirates. Former star against his old club. Now in the colours of Sundowns. And almost in similar style to the first goal, leaning down almost on the turf to head it home. Vilakazi makes it Sundowns 2, Pirates 0.
Once more defensively, Orlando Pirates at sea, nowhere near marking the areas that are most dangerous. Ball watching.
That's Fanyana Mokoena celebrating on the bench. In the meantime, Mabena will be the final change. Youngster in his first season replaces Mamelodi.
If we can go on and say at this stage it is Tshwane 2 and Johannesburg 0.
Absolutely, the capital city is king tonight. So no Gert Skalkwyk off the bench, William. Bit of a surprise to you?
Very much surprised, I must say, but now at least Mabena, I think it's a more mobile going forward. Suddenly I think that from that point of view he might add quite a bit of value.
It's going to take a giant task now for Pirates to get back into this game. Beloy under a bit of pressure there. It was Manyisa coming through.
It's the same run that I thought Peña would have done earlier on with the ball hanging for the goalkeeper. You just get underneath and get stuck in, put him under a bit of pressure.
9 days to go. Next Friday is the World Cup draw in Cape Town, in the mother city. The 32 teams competing will be in the pots, and we'll find out who plays who. Live, of course, on your World of Champions, where all the World Cup action will be live, every game, all the time. Nyandoro, left-footed shot, wide of goal.
Was he clipped?
There was advantage played as well. Was there advantage?
Yes, the ball of course fell to a Sundowns player. Now let's look at Pelembe. Yeah, he's en route to goal. Is he going to pull the ball in? As he's about to unleash, Lekwati stepping, full boot of Lekwati onto Pelembe.
Full boot or a little brush?
Not a brush at all. You look at the reaction from Pelembe, it bestly didn't allow him to make that forward movement at all.
Well, they gave Ajax Cape Town 3 goals on Saturday night. They're getting a taster of their own medicine here this evening. Time is running out for the World Cup, of course. We are on the cusp of the most exciting year ever in South African sport. Here's Manyisa, away by Mere, up to Mpela, looking to turn, fighting with the interception. Some quick recovery there as well, because Mpela almost looked as if he was going to nick the ball away.
He's having a great game, Pelembe. He's enjoying himself today.
Madison, Mayinga. I'll be happy just to keep possession in these closing 6 minutes or so. Flag stays down. Now it's gone up. That was a tight call. Jali now in midfield for Orlando Pirates. Happy Jale with possession. Now Dominguez. Possession turned over here to Jali. Manyisa. Masheko. There's an opportunity for Jali, and once again Mamelodi Sundowns get the better of Orlando Pirates. Mpela now. Vilakazi in support, so is Dominguez. Mere. Vilakazi. Nyandoro. Support here from Mere. Patterson. Oh, they're just pushing it around here. No real pressure. Fans are really enjoying this. Patterson. Onside. Dominguez now. Can they make it 3? He's chasing it on goal. Lays it back here. What a good challenge that was. It came from Mabena.
Once more, it was Palembe. He wasn't going to be selfish. He saw Mokoena coming through and knocked it into his path. Maybe an inch or so short of making contact.
Suso Pala will get a rare rucksman in the league with 11 to his name in PSL action. He won't be a 12th tonight, but he could have scored here. He maybe set off a little early here in Pala, because look at Dominguez, just pulls it back there. Very good challenge. Mokoena was perhaps a little on the slow side. He looks tired.
That's exactly what I thought. He should have made the movement or the run early, seeing that Mpela was tightly marked.
Reaction from the two coaches as well. Now an opportunity at the other end for Orlando Pirates, and that header just about sums it all up from Mabena.
If you look at this instant, the ball hit him more than anything. Obviously, I think a little distracted by Patterson, who was in front of him.
I think that sums up their night. There's a goal at the Cesar Ramabodu Stadium. Celtic 1, Santos 1.
It doesn't help closing that gate from Supersport.
That's even better news for Supersport. They'll now be at least 7 or 8 points up. That's the header from Mungumeni. So this is how the goals came tonight. Vilakazi and Mungumeni. Lovely little touch there, big smile as well for the former Orlando Pirates man. Correction to our last score, in fact, at Cesar Mamelodi now, it's Celtic 2, Santos 1. Here's Mere. Later on tonight on SuperSport 4, following all this live action, we'll have a wrap-up of all the matches. We've had 3 live games tonight. You can watch the highlights of SuperSport United and Kaizer Chiefs, as well as Bloem Celtic and Santos, and this game on SuperSport 4. There's also Champions League action this evening on your World of Champions, as a final change is made here, and Kubane will come on. The player who's gone off is Cheeseboy Mokoena.
I must add at this stage that I think Sundowns are deserving of this win today. I felt like they took control of this game from the first minute, and throughout the game, yes, there have been instances where Pirates looked like they might just come back, but it wasn't enough to really create much in their favor.
4 minutes of stoppage time, and in that 30 seconds they're on already. Let's just confirm the score from Cesar Mamelodi. It's indeed 1-1, not 2-1. My apologies for the mini heart attack I've given the Santos fans, but it's Ursun who equalised, and it is Santos 1-1 with Celtic. Now Dominguez, Gubani. Well, he came on barely a minute into the game a couple of weeks ago and scored, and maybe Tusopala was in a similar situation there with a chance for a goal as well. Full-time score from Witbank. Aces 1, Swallows 1. The results will be coming through thick and fast now. Pirates fans are all heading home already. They've seen enough. Now Buyani. No way through for him either, with a combination of Mere and Mungomeni. Mashego goes for goal. So would it be fair to say, William, Orlando Pirates never really in the game from the start?
Clearly, obviously, I think it's important to say that and support the statement. Up front, where for me would count the most, the 2 strikers, Buyani and Mashego, they really didn't dominate. I mentioned that they're mobile, they like to collect the ball on either side of the 2 channels, which makes Pirates almost ineffective where it matters most, right in the center where goals are scored.
Good evening's work from Matthew Patterson in the midfield. Fine voice tonight for the Sundowns fans. This was a big one for them to win. But they've dented Orlando Pirates Championship's hopes big time here tonight, particularly with SuperSport leading against Kaizer Chiefs.
But it augurs well for Sundowns, who still has aspirations to catch up with the leaders. Well, of course, they might have been hoping that Chiefs might slow SuperSport down, which didn't happen. They got to fight for themselves.
Final score from Durban, Amazulu 2, Platinum Stars 1. The late consolation goal from Bradley Grobler. 3 vital points for Neil Toby there, and they move well away from the relegation zone now.
Big relief indeed.
Amazulu up to 12th, by the way. There's a chance for a long-range shot. Lekwati is wide of goal. Well, it would have been no more than a consolation for Ruud Krol's team.
with only about 15 seconds of the additional time remaining.
He had a free kick earlier, which was or a long-range shot as well earlier, which was off target. Charlteron's looked at his watch already. We have just a couple of seconds, maybe time for another. No, Tusopala will be denied a goal. He's going to go wide anyway. The final whistle has gone. Mamelodi Sundowns have the big smiles. They have beaten Pirates by 2 goals to 0. A big result for the Brazilians.
Not only just a win, it was a very convincing one. We could say that is Stoichkov finally getting his hands on this Sundowns team.
Vilakazi came on as a substitute to score, but Mungomeni's early goal perhaps set the trend. And Orlando Pirates, to be honest, never really threatened. Munib Josephs kept the scoreline down. His fine saves denied an even bigger scoreline for Mamelodi Sundowns. So Ruud Krol will face the investigation and the cameras. So will Hristo Stoichkov. We'll get to hear from both of the coaches momentarily. But for the moment, look at those celebrating fans there. Mamelodi Sundowns, full value for their points here this evening. So, they're up the table. They're keeping their championship challenge alive. Mamelodi Sundowns with a 2-0 win over Orlando Pirates tonight. Mungomeni and Benedict Vilakazi. It promised to be a good game. It was.